So, I guess hello to anybody who might be watching this in the future. This is kind of an idea I've had for a while for a modded speedrun. You might notice right away, this is a pretty old version. I am speedrunning some particular mods. The end goal is to build a working, fully functional tokamak reactor with reactor craft. We don't have all of Reika's mods in here, but we do have chromatocraft, rotary craft, and of course reactor craft, plus a couple others. I have kind of had some ideas of how to go about this. I did a bit of a play test playthrough, not to completion on my own, but I think enough to sort of start with here. But to begin with, I've got basically because World Gen tends to take a long time, and the best computer I have access to for a while now is a laptop. I did make use of pre-generating a world. So that's what I've got here. I haven't played it in at all. I have only given myself one item, the Thumbcraft cheat sheet book, because I don't care. I guess when you make a speed run, you can make whatever rules you want. So there's my rule for that. You can pre-generate a world. You can, like, when you pre-generate a world, you'll have like a preview of the map. You can search for seeds if you want for any particular biome layout, especially for luminous cliffs that are usually quite rare. If I do more than just this one run, then I might add in something like Nature's Compass that'll just like point me to the nearest whatever biome I want. But Dragon API does have a command that allows you to sort of print a biome, like PNG file, similar to admitst, except it'll take account for all of the modded biomes. It's just a little bit annoying because you have to like color match in GIMP unless you are not partially colorblind like I am and can distinguish between two incredibly similar shades of purple to determine whether you can find a luminous cliffs or if it's an ender forest or a rainbow forest or whatever. So you can pre-generate a world. You can give yourself the Thumbcraft cheat sheet because fuck doing that research for the 100th time in my life. And I don't think there's like, I mean, I'm probably going to use the cheat sheet like at the start, just to kind of deal with the warp effects right away. Hopefully, it won't kill me. That would be pretty annoying. You can pre-generate a world. You cannot search through a given world to find where any particular loot is. Like, for example, if I'm searching through seeds, and I believe in this seed there is actually a desert temple, like right in front of where you spawn. In my previous world, which you see here by 31B, I actually had an ocean monument right next to my spawn. And no, it's not like the 1.8 Guardian monument or anything. It's all chromatocraft structures, as you might be able to tell somewhat. Well, I guess maybe you wouldn't if you had no idea on anything related to chromatocraft. But the first main chunk of this speedrun is going to be getting through a bunch of chromatocraft content, which is essentially a lot of exploration, finding dungeons, finding loot chests, and looting them. Because that's basically how you progress through the mod, give or take. So, yeah, I think that's essentially all the rules. Just you can find maps. Well, you can search through worlds, find seeds for biomes that you'll need ahead of time. You can pre-generate your world, I guess, to whatever size you want. The pre-generating mod, in order to like, basically it depends on like how many resources, like RAM and such, you have. Because if you want to pre-generate like a, you know 200 chunk radius, the game has to keep all of that in memory until you decide to save it. And you can't really, at least I have not been able to figure out that. There's probably a way. I might just be too fucking stupid. But at the very least, I do not see a way to like re-enter the pre-gen screen on a already created world. So yeah, you can find biomes. You cannot check your loot chests ahead of time. That would kind of be a little bit too cheaty, I think. Not that there's really any way, I guess, to tell if somebody's done that. I mean, maybe. I guess maybe it could be kind of obvious, but who knows if anybody else other than me will even do this anyways. So anyways, let's join the world. It is survival, of course. You saw that. Also, the V29. That is because, well, as you might have guessed, that is not the most recent version of Reika's mods, and of course the game is gonna be like this. I'm sure it'll load here in a few. Yeah, there it goes. In the most recent version of Reika's mods, 31B, as of, well, as of right now, July. Unfortunately, there's issues with the chromatograph dimension where it just like constantly crashes. Some like biome invalid biome ID crash that just happens constantly. So the chromatograph dimension is unfortunately basically useless in the newer version. So I do have to use the solder one. Unfortunately, there's not quite as much. Well, there are nicer things in the updates that unfortunately I cannot have. Oh, I have not tried. I did not do a test run of streaming or recording or anything before this, so hopefully the game does not just crap out instantly. Oh well, I guess there. I'll start the timer now. Okay, we actually have pretty good RAM at the moment. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of books in my inventory. Probably why? Why I Okay, well that's. I thought I changed that in NPT edit. Apparently, that didn't fucking stick. So we're gonna do that. It said survival before I joined it. I know it did. Whatever. I'll let the timer go. The timer is sort of meaningless, I guess. It might almost be more realistic to just go off of the in-game statistics, because this is going to be like several hours long. I'm not doing this all in one session. So I guess that's another thing. I guess you could technically classify this as a segmented speedrun, because this could take like a long time. But yeah, I think there is a desert temple that's like right over there, actually. And NEI is still legit. I did not play in this world ahead of time. but apparently when you recreate a creative mode world, you have to deal with shit like this. Okay, there we go. Let's type some nonsense in there. And yeah, there's a desert temple. So I guess the first thing I'm going to do is actually go and loot that. As I mentioned, you can check your pre-gen map for any structures, if you know what to look for at least. Oh boy, are we really going to be like this? I know I pre-generated this world. I know that I did. Oh, Jesus. It could just be the recording. I'm not really sure, because I have not done anything like this in many, many years, and certainly not on this computer. So, who knows? And not to mention, modded is, well, especially this modded is particularly intensive. For all I know, this might just be a gigantic waste of time, and apparently I'm too stupid to find the entrance of this. Grab this sugar cane. Oh, well, of course, because the entrance is going to be, like, buried down here. I'm just going to go into one of these. I need this wool anyways, actually. Like, desperately need lots of wool at the start here. You might notice my first split that I have there is for building a mob farm. And there are particular things that I need to get in order to accomplish that. I'm going to be building a mob farm with cursed earth, so really the main thing is just obtaining the cursed earth. I need a division sigil, I need some gold, some emeralds, because I need a silk touch pick, or, well, I guess any tool with silk touch, but it's best if I just make a pickaxe. Let's just get rid of that. I really don't need the TNT underneath. I need that, though. So that is Chromatocraft, and also these shards that have these jumbled letters here. Luckily, we do spawn in with the Chromatocraft book. I'm just going to put the fragments in there for now, because we will take a look at that later. It's already fucking night, isn't it? This could be pretty bad. Okay, well, we do kind of have some trees. I got wool, so I suppose I should have paid attention to the time of day. I think the time of day probably got messed up because of, well, both the pre-genning and also just that stuff at the start there. But if I die, I die. So, well, this isn't gonna be like hardcore or anything. I'm sure I will probably die at some point. that's enough wood to make a bed. Make a crafting table and a bed. If I could just get somewhere where I'm not gonna fucking die immediately. Well, I have to say, it really... maybe it's fine. I know I pre-gen the map, but it seems like Journey map doesn't really register any of that. And yeah, okay. Well, I can't run anymore, so yep, I'm just gonna die here. I have no food. There is a million spiders behind me. I can swim faster than them. I really didn't expect my start to be so rough here. Please stop following me. Please stop following me. Holy shit, he's still following me. This little motherfucker. Well, this is a really awful start. I really didn't expect it to become night, like 2 minutes into the first day. Just get over to this fucking island that's got a creeper on it. I'm still questioning whether... I'm still slightly questioning whether the pre-gen actually, like, saved or not, but I'm pretty sure it did, because I think if it had not, then this would be a lot worse than it is right now. I really can't afford him exploding. Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess. Yep. Cool. Okay, so, this is... Why have I restarted with the same amount of hunger? What? I think that's a node. No. No. Oh my god. No. Hello. Oh my god. I didn't actually expect to see anybody. Probably only be on for like maybe another hour or so. Hopefully, I can stop dying. It has been a long time since I have been on there. The last time I was on there, I was actually in Skyblock. I still have that island on Cube Crowd with, like, I don't know, like 60 layers of ice, and then, like, a few layers of stone. I don't think any of those villages have beds in them, otherwise it would be very great, but they might have... well, yeah, there might be food. Or this safe house. Okay, this is a lot better. I'd really rather not have all of the villagers die to zombies. Fuck out of here. Okay, we got a crafting table here with a bunch of random shit in here that I probably won't ever use. Honestly, I was mostly just streaming this so that I wouldn't have to bother, like, editing a video. Well, I'd be able to... Thank God I can fucking sleep. Holy shit. Okay, take that bed with me. Really don't need any of this. I don't think any of this is really useful to me. Pickaxe. Oh, well, I guess I can just make a copper pickaxe, maybe. I'll take that paper. Is it only those two things that have parts in them? I guess so. I know I could just... Well, I might take the stuff. I guess I can make an obsidian axe, too. I don't have... it's either iguana tweaks or extra TIC that allows you to, like, remake parts. Yeah, I guess I never actually set the name for this, did I? I completely forgot about that. How the hell do I do that? Oh, edit title. There may or may not be a new title for the video. I don't need that. I need this. I guess this is a pretty fast way of just making a pickaxe and then making an axe. Yeah, that works. I don't really think I need any of these because I enabled the config that just makes it so that when I craft a pattern chest and place it down, it's just already filled with all the patterns because I can't really be asked. Okay then. I don't even know if I'm gonna get Luma pods. I mean, I guess if I happen to see them, then great, but I know that I would have to do a lot of exploring to get one of those, and that's a fucking skeleton, so I'm going to find the entrance for this. And... oh, motherfucker. I totally forgot to change the config to get rid of these. I'm not going to be making use of the resource crops because they're kind of cheating, honestly. I need sugar cane. I need wheat anyways. Orange to Valium. I specifically need, I guess I'll take another sugar cane. I specifically need, pink tulip, which I don't think is going to be in here. In my playtest, I had to, breed that one myself. But I need pink tulip, I don't need any shimmer leaves. I was really hoping I would find cinder pearls, actually, and there does not seem to be any. But I did at least get rid of the weeds. In case for some reason I do need any of these other crops, I can just come back and get them. It's also weird how that generated. That might be a side effect of the pre-generator. I also have no food still. Oh, there's a smeltery. I really need food. I guess there's cow that can murder. I'm just gonna take this. Take that book. These guys got a really fucking horrible village. I do not want to use that piston for that, so... God damn it. Right, there's a skeleton in that stupid well. I think that's another Tinker's building anyways. There was no reason for me to come up here. I am going to take this, because this saves me a bunch of time. Too much difference to grab this now versus later, even with a faster pickaxe, because I'm probably not going to get a faster pickaxe unless I had a smelter to begin with. Definitely not going to be using exclusively Tinker's tools, but Tinker's tools are kind of the fastest way to get Silk Touch early on. At least as long as I can get an emerald. Which I don't think I necessarily need to trade with these guys for, but if I find an easy trade, I'll just do it. But it's also good for ender pearls, because there are ender forests. Well, I think the nearest ender forest in this seed is a bit of a distance. Usually they're quite common, but this seed had a luminous cliffs actually within like 2,000 blocks of spawn, which is apparently really rare, because I probably generated like a dozen or so different worlds and would not end up with a luminous cliffs anywhere nearby. Okay, so these guys don't even have a farm. How fucking pathetic. I don't need that building. It's that one up there. What a horrible village. I would have just used my previous seed, but yeah. I haven't changed. Well, I've changed some configs, of course, but I haven't changed too much. Like, I don't have Mind Tweaker in here. I'm not changing any of the recipes or anything like that. For the most part, the mods are the same as they would normally be. Aside from just like a handful of things, like no angel rings, because angel rings are very OP. So I do not have them. I also turned off exploding unstable ingots, because I don't like that game mechanic. I guess I could make a sword. Actually, with this iron one here, that's an obsidian. Yeah, I think because it's an iron blade, I will make a sword. So there we go. Sword, pickaxe. No, I like completely put this together. I mean, I've kind of had like old, like made up pack files just sitting around for a long time. Yes, I am on a laptop, which I have no idea how the frame rate is looking. I'm used to low frame rates, so I guess I can't be the best judge of that. Um, it could be worse. It could certainly be a lot worse. Um, I will say that. And why the hell is there nothing but sheep around here when I just need some like cows or some shit to kill? Well, there is a cow over that way. Why do these villagers have no farm? What a horrible little village. Yeah, I guess they had a tinker smeltery and a couple of agricraft seeds. But other than that, this village sucks. Um, Also, something to note for basically any seed. What the hell? Oh, because I'm starving, that's why. Where's this stupid cow? On top of. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah, I'm probably just gonna die again. Oh, am I on hard or. Oh, I'm on normal. I won't starve to death, but I'll starve to like 1 hit point. Okay, let's get a furnace. This has been a really just awful start. Of course, I suppose if I did start with my first world, the one where I play tested, I would have hit a brick wall upon trying to enter the chromatograph dimension because that was nothing but crashes. Oh, I guess I should also mention I did tweak a little bit of the origin, but not like a whole ton. I basically just made like I made all of the thermal expansion ores like twice as common. Well, I think I like slightly increased their like spawn chance and then increased the node sizes. But only the thermal expansion ores, and that's a fucking creeper, so. Lovely. Yeah, oh my god, this. There is no way that this looks that great. This is. Yeah, like. Jesus, 14, 15 FPS. And I still have no fucking food. Well, at least that spider isn't gonna try to kill me. What am I doing? I need to make a furnace so that I can cook this fucking food. There, I'll do that. And I guess I'll just get more wood while that's cooking. The only issue, I mean, well, yeah. Really, the only issue I've had with computers is the fact that making a new computer has been like the third priority, just like on a personal level, for many years. A house and a car being the first two. Although, well, I guess this is also part of why I'm like even bothering to stream is I no longer have a roommate. I actually have my own house. I have a different car. I don't really need a new car. So I guess once I'm not poor anymore, I can like actually consider making a PC for like the first time in a very, very, very long time. Granted, this current laptop is actually a improvement over the one that I used to use. I guess I could say if I was on my previous laptop right now, The well, I would probably see the frame rate and just be like, yeah, no, this no sort of recording or anything with like mods at least is going to happen. The only real I actually recently just got a job in a pharmacy, so um, I'm a pharmacy tech now. Kind of a big upgrade from unloading trucks in a grocery store. Although I will say the pay right now is kind of a bit of a downgrade, but I guess in a little over a month I'll be able to take a test, hopefully pass it, and once I'm a Tech 2, which is, well, you get that by passing that test, um, once I'm a Tech 2, I would be able to, well, get better pay. I don't know why I'm trying to make a furnace when, oh, yeah, that's a thing. That's also something I have. Well, I mean, it's a town in the middle of, you know, bumfuck Ohio with like, I don't know, maybe a population of 5 to 10,000. It's a very small town. Um, I mean, well, it's a small town and it's a rather localized pharmacy chain, so it wouldn't be anything like I don't know, like working at Walmart. I've been told in the past that Walmart pharmacy techs actually kind of make the most. Um, I'm not even from Ohio, and I do not live in the west side of it. Um, I'm a good like almost 2 hours to the east of Columbus. I think that's vague and descriptive enough. I didn't even grow up in Ohio though, so I'm actually from New York up until like senior year. Moving to a completely new school in a completely different state the very day before your senior year starts is quite interesting. And I immediately need to find more things to kill. Of which well, there's some pigs that way. I'm immediately noticing that I don't have an unlimited amount of apples like I did previously in my test world. Um, Honestly, I hate driving, so roads being straight and flat is perfectly fine with me. I absolutely hate any time that I have the displeasure of having to go to Columbus for some reason, because I absolutely fucking hate driving in Columbus. I really just kind of hate driving in general. Luckily, my job is 2 minutes down the street from me, so that's a pretty big perk. That, and I'm no longer confined to the back storage room of a grocery store anymore. That's also quite nice. I suppose more specifically, I should say that I actually bought this house, and I tell you what, not knowing whether you're gonna close on a house for 7 long months really takes a toll. I mean, yeah, especially with like the economy. Um, I am very lucky to have gotten the house, but so like I moved. Well, the closing was actually like March 11th. I ended up transferring stores. I suppose I don't mind saying that I worked at Kroger's, because well, there's kind of Kroger's fucking everywhere. Um, but I, of course, ended up transferring to a different Kroger's because to work at the previous one would have meant well, like 45-minute drive to work. Um, Unfortunately, the one that I was supposed to transfer to decided to say that they didn't have the hours for me because I was full time, like contractually full time, because Kroger's is a union. And so it turned out that I ended up having to go to a different Kroger's, which was also 40 minutes away, and kind of between that and the stress of just the whole house process, which essentially the 7 months of waiting kind of just boiled down to waiting for one particular asshole to sign an easement for 7 months. Because, luck would have it, my house was built on a different property line. Yeah, I mean, if they weren't a union, it would be a much worse place to work. Like, I can tell you that for a fact. Um, like, there are definite perks to unions, of course. Frankly, I don't think that union did as much as they should have. There is no reason why co-workers of mine at the time, who had worked longer than I had there, were not making as much money as me. Even though we were essentially the like equivalent, like sort of employee. I mean, like totally different departments and whatever. But for the most part, as long as you're not a cashier, you're just kind of like a normal employee. Um, Cashiers do not make as much. Uh, but yeah, depending on like the department or whatever. Assuming you're at like the base level, you're not like a department manager or anything. You should be getting essentially the same pay as anybody else, provided that you've also like been working for the same time or so. I mean, the union was it felt pretty nice to have the union back when COVID happened. Um, but I guess at the same time, nearly every job was paying extra money on top of the normal wage just for people to show up because it was COVID. But they certainly could have done more in hindsight, but they didn't. I'm completely. The thing is, I should have taken a fucking screenshot. Did I take? Well, did I take a sufficient one? I did take a couple of screenshots of the pre-gen map, but they're all just of like particular locations. I think the only real map I have is the PNG file of the biome layout. Oh yeah, that too. I mean, when I first got the job there, um, because I previously worked in fast food for like a year and a half, they actually like, considering what I had made until that point was always like 9 to 950. When I applied for Kroger's, which at the time they were actually doing like open interviews. This was like well over 2 years ago, since well, I worked for them for over 2 years, and I also quit like back in April. Um, when I originally applied, though, they were doing open interviews, and there was like I don't know. They must have seen at least like 30 people that day, and there were two people doing interviews. Um, I think the one lady, I think she had kind of like, quote unquote, hired sort of a handful. But the guy I got, well, he told me that I was the first one that he like guaranteed a position for that whole day. So that felt pretty nice. And also seeing that they were going to pay me like $11 an hour, which was obviously quite a jump from like 9. That felt pretty fucking good. By the time I stopped working there, I was up to like 14.50, and that was only because so they have like, well, I guess they changed their contract in August, so this will probably change, and I'll have no knowledge of however it might be, because obviously I don't fucking work there anymore. Um, but the way that it was the way the contract worked. Every like February, usually some random week in February, everybody across the board would get a pay raise. Um, if you weren't at your cap, then you would also get a pay raise on like your year to hire date. Um, but everybody across the board would get a pay raise in February. But this last February, if you weren't at your cap, you actually got like a double pay raise. Normally it would be 50 cents. In my case, I got $1. Um, and if I had actually been a pharmacist with Kroger's, I would have gotten an extra 50 cents just for that. But I just like mentally, I couldn't fucking do it anymore. Um, I was fucking driving 40 minutes to work at some other Kroger's, still doing the same fucking things that I had been doing for like the previous 2 years. Um, Mind you, for a vast majority of the time that I was waiting on whether I would get the house or not, I was heavily, like, already heavily considering, like, just fucking leaving Kroger's and going somewhere else. Um, Ooh, canola seeds, that's actually pretty good. But somehow I kept it together long enough to get the house. Um, and then a couple weeks later, I quit and just kind of, I guess, decompressed for a while. And then I ended up getting the job at the pharmacy now because, well, the plan from the start was actually when I was to move and transfer to a different Kroger's, the one that like denied me later. Um, let's see. I absolutely do not need all of this shit. I don't need the gravel. I don't need the crop sticks yet. I do really want to keep the shards, these here that have the messed up names. I guess I really don't need the double sugarcane seeds. Maybe I should not have gone for this gravestone yet. I don't need that. Yeah, no, I mean, if you look at the prices of houses, um, typically you can see a price history, or even at least like an estimated price history. Um, you would know that the best time to buy a house was like 5, 6 years ago. Because starting in like 2018, the prices of everything just slowly started going up. And, yeah, it's been pretty fucked. I was very lucky. Dude, I kind of need this wood, but I don't really need it right now. I got the other stack, I guess. Um, I might get rid of this furnace. Just because I kind of need these other things. Did I get the fucking chromatic? Okay, I got the chroma book. I got the other, like, important books. I guess I could just throw them all away, but I'll kind of need them for reference. Um, and I do definitely need the chromic book, and also the Thaumcraft one. Um, okay, I think, honestly, the best thing for me to do might actually just be to explore the deserts. Oh, I still need food. Fuck. I think this was also kind of an issue when I was starting in the other world, was that getting food at the start is really annoying. I have to run around and just kill animals. I don't know, that might kind of entice me to... Well, I guess if I find a fucking village that actually has crops, then I should be fine. I know I passed up those fucking chickens. I wish that village had a fucking crop field. So if I can get wheat going, then, like, I can just make bread. And that's kind of the easiest food to go with until, yeah, that's another thing. I work first shift, so, like, I'll be going to bed in, like, half an hour. Yeah, no problem. Hopefully work, goes by quickly for you. I guess I'll be able to sort of concentrate on this, because I have not tried recording anything in, like, apparently, like, 7 years. It's been a long time. But yeah, this will just be, like, automatically uploaded. That's the whole reason why I'm even, like, streaming to YouTube. I'd imagine I would potentially get more views or whatever on Twitch, but YouTube just automatically uploads it, and I don't really, like, care too much right now anyways. And here we finally got some food. So, I kind of need leather anyways, actually. I'm going to be making some bags. I don't have, like, backpacks, but there is thermal expansion satchels. Alright, see ya. Well, I will say, it was very unexpected to see anybody here at all. I kind of just thought I would be talking for the sake of the finished recording video, but, yeah. Well, I guess I can just talk about what's going on here now. Okay, so I do have a, like a notepad file, kind of some general outline. I had a really shitty start on this world, holy shit. If I do a second run, well, any second run I could possibly do is gonna be better than this. Yeah, what kind of, so I know I've basically just haven't even acknowledged these things, but these are crystal pylons. And, oh, that's actually very good luck. I'll talk about the crystal pylons later. Can I even take this on? I need food before I take this on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no armor. I have no torches. Let's just kind of... I don't really need this cactus, but whatever. This is actually a, I think it's called a desert burrow. You'll notice this says, like, shielding stone, shielding cobble. Yes, that is sandstone down there, and yes, that serves the explicit purpose of making these things harder to find. Because otherwise, you could see them, like, instantly on your mini-map. I mean, that they're not, like, that hard to find, but I've kind of been playing with these mods for a very long time. I remember when these structures were made. I used to play on the dev server, in fact, for Reika's mods. When he first introduced these, you could very easily see them from the minimap by, like, 4 extremely visible black squares in a square on your map. So it was very easy to tell if there was a desert burrow nearby. Which is why he's got the sandstone down there now. Oh, Jesus. If I were to jump down there, then, like, some stuff would kind of change. I just really need this food, like, this badly. You know, I'm just gonna give it some fucking pork chops. Apparently I'm not gonna get rid of the pork chops as much as I would like. If I go down there... It would have been nice if I had thought enough to sleep here. Store my shit here. Like some of this kind of important shit. I don't have any torches. You know what? I guess I will wait for some torches to be made. Because whatever. Put that, the leather, what are they called? Yeah, okay. These satchels, what does this need? It needs tin. That's the thing. I need to go mining for tin. And I have to go kind of a little bit deep to get tin. Because copper's on the surface and tin is lower down. I don't need these books. Well, I am going to have... I'm probably going to have this chromic lexicon in my inventory for, like, the majority of the playthrough. Because it's just that useful. I'm not going to use that cheat sheet quite yet. And I don't need any of that. I'm quite glad I have a sword. I got some more food. We got some torches. Just a few. That'll be enough. Yeah, that'll be enough. Okay. Well, I hope it will be enough. There's a very good reason why I did that, by the way. Well, I'm not really going to be stopping these, silverfish. Well, I'm glad I got that one out of the way. Yep, that's, Chromatocraft, Chromatocraft progress. And whenever you get it, your screen does this. But now we can open these. If you hadn't noticed before, they had that, like, enchanted, like, overlay on them. Oh. You know, that's actually kind of a good thing. You fucking spider, what the hell? I thought it was a silverfish spawner. There's gotta be some, like, weird thing that's causing that. Anyways, you can just, like, left-click the blank fragments onto your book, to, like, just store them. Because otherwise, you quite literally just use, like, several, chests holding them. And I'm very happy that I can just collect these now. there's another layer to this. But we're gonna loot all this. I guess also in this version, compared to 31B, these desert burrows are actually a little bit better. And I'm gonna take the horse armor because I can melt that for iron and gold. So I am gonna get more shards and goodies from these desert burrows, which is kind of a nice thing because they're, well, I know that this map has like a lot of deserts, so I'm probably gonna be finding quite a few of these. Essentially, outside of deserts, the Nether is actually the next best place to go find loot. It would be more of a threat if there was actually, like, the stone eggs around. But luckily not so much in here. So I'm not gonna go down there for a very good reason. At least not yet. I'm gonna light it all up. And this is something we're probably gonna see like several times. Just because of how much looting is involved, especially in the early game. The early game is almost entirely looting. In fact, the only reason why I have mob farm and iron farm as the first two things is just because those are so incredibly useful to like build early and like collect resources on over time. Particularly the iron farm, because rotary craft needs so much iron. And if you use all of your iron ore to begin with, just on like random things that you need before you start rotary craft, well, then you're not going to have very much iron ore to use in an extractor to get tungsten when you need that later. That's... oh yeah, and I guess these exist again. Apparently in the newer versions he actually removes these because, well, he added them at one point because he thought he would have a use for them maybe at some point, but no, not really. I think actually it is a good idea to take the flesh as well. Oh, that's actually a really good find, is the Staff of Traveling. The first couple things I'm going to be making are going to be, I guess this dirt's going to go away. I want to make a glider, and, well, I guess I'll also want to make like a steam dynamo, aqueous accumulator, and one of the Ender IO capacitors so I can charge this. And that's going to be kind of my best way of traveling for quite some time. There is a jetpack in this, but I won't be going for the jetpack for a long time, because the jetpack itself costs like basically a stack of iron, and in order to fuel it I need liquid ethanol, and that's a little bit of rotary craft progress that I am not going to really be doing for a long time. Also, I don't think it's actually worth my time taking much of this stuff, because there's nothing I can really do with it until I'm like fairly deep into rotary craft stuff anyways, and I think I'll be getting enough just spare ingots that it's not gonna matter. And of course it is 19. safe. That is a lot of shards. I didn't really expect to be looting anything like this early, but there we go. Also, my base is gonna be spawn because I kind of figured that is actually the fastest thing to do, because if I build my iron farm in spawn, then it's like always gonna be running. And once I put a chunk loader down, it's always going to be running even if I'm in another dimension. And just essentially I won't have to go out of my way for like, well, I do have to make an enchanting table to get the charged division sigil, which is something that I need to find quite early here. Do I want to use the book? I kind of feel like I might want to use the book. If I use the book, I need to keep this flesh on me because well, I don't need that, but just in case of the chance of the unnatural hunger effect, which would otherwise basically just kill me. So this is going. If you're wearing headphones like I am, your warning is now. Yeah, that's pretty awful. And now I have like all of the warp, and we've got all of the Thaumcraft stuff open to us if we so wish to do anything with it. I figure it's useful to just open it kind of immediately, because, well, the warp effects are going to be like sort of temporary. I mean, if I come across like a, you know, if like an Eldritch Guardian spawns or some shit, then like I'll just fucking run. At least I'll have to hope that I'll be able to run. I suppose one thing about running around in the desert is that there aren't going to be any fucking trees. And two trees in particular that I need to keep my eye out for are white and blue trees. Because the dye trees literally will just drop like lapis and bone meal. Particularly the white tree. You literally get a tree that just grows bone meal. I guess that would solve my food issues if I find a bone meal tree and start growing some wheat. I say as I try to very poorly kill some cows. I mean, I need to kill them anyways because I need no leather. I say as they proceed to drop no leather. Oh my god. There we go, that's some leather. There's some leather. And also beef, of course. Oh my god. There we go. I don't remember where the closest rainbow forest is. Because really, if I went to a rainbow forest, like, all of my issues would be solved. And it's just unfortunate that a rainbow forest was actually quite far on this seed. But again, this was the only seed that had a luminous cliffs within a reasonable distance. The stupid thing is that I'll really only be going there maybe 1 or 2 times. But luminous cliffs have things that, like, I absolutely need to progress later in the speedrun. That, like, you absolutely cannot find anywhere else. You have to get to a luminous cliffs. I said I should just like be running through the deserts, and I'm clearly not in the desert right now. I really would have hoped to have more accomplished in, I guess I've been streaming for like an hour. I really would have hoped to have just a little bit more accomplished by now. Unfortunately, I don't. But I also just got like completely screwed over at the start. I'm not gonna restart again though, there isn't really much point. The hour I've wasted is, if I manage to make it to the end of this, this hour is really not gonna make a huge difference, I'm sure. At least not for, like, a first run. I don't know, maybe if I did a second run, maybe I would spend a little bit more time to try to find a slightly better seed with, like, you know, a magic forest, well, rainbow forest, actually somewhat close to spawn. Because not only do rainbow forests have all of the dye trees, obviously including the white ones, that just drop bone meal, but no hostile mobs spawn, and if you kill animals in a rainbow forest, they actually, they sort of get like a sort of looting effect applied, just by being in the rainbow forest. So, like, you know, if you kill a chicken, you'll get like a whole bunch of raw chicken instead of just like one. So, this is another result of the pre-generator. Sometimes it would go through and just like strips of the terrain. It just wouldn't do anything. So you get weird shit like this. And unfortunately, there isn't much of a fix for it. I am not gonna sell you a raw, a blank fragment for 1 emerald. At least I really would rather not do that. If you haven't noticed, there's, I mean, I won't actually have to get all 285, although there's a good chance I might just end up getting that anyways. That's a lot of fragments to get. I mean, I guess I got like 29 right now. If this was in the newer version of the mods, I don't think I would have 29 fragments right now. I'm gonna open up the, I need to at least take a look at the, biome map. Oh, fuck me. That's the worst time that could happen. Holy shit. I'm totally gonna die. I guess I kinda asked for that to happen though, didn't I? How's that for terrible starts? Oh my god, just eat. Get over this stupid stupid hill because going back is not an option right now. If this fog effect could go away, that would be fantastic. Wow, that's really obnoxious. Okay, yeah, I could tell it was getting dark anyways. Yeah, I've got leather on me. I want to just... Just gonna make the glider now. That is apparently not how you make the glider. Okay, okay. I did suspect it used a little bit more leather than that. There we go, glider achieved. I did briefly get a glimpse of the actual biomap in the folder though, and it is a good bit north. I just couldn't quite remember there for a bit. And I know I'm kind of leaving that chest with all the shards and whatever in the desert, but like that's actually pretty close to my spawn, so I'm not really that worried about it. I'll be back there. And this is a lot faster for getting around. Oh man, that's so much faster. Yeah, this is basically the first movement upgrade. The next movement upgrade will be getting that Staff of Traveling charged. Because then I'll just be able to like teleport up in the air and then use this. Eventually, I will get a propulsion panel. I mean, that won't really help me like too much with traveling around, but it will be a good way of just like exiting my base, because it's something you can make in Chromatocraft fairly early, and it just like launches you like 120 blocks in the sky. So it's pretty good for just using the glider to like quickly go out somewhere. And I realize I'm on a little tiny island. Let's see if I can find this in the... Can I see this on the biomap at all? That is not the one window I wanted to move around. Okay, I kind of think from here I might just want to make a boat. Because yeah, if I can just get to a rainbow forest, then like life will be a lot easier. I can bring back the 2 saplings I need. I need the blue one, of course, so that I can make a Fortune 3 pick. And the white one will mean food. It's possible I might decide to do a little bit of mining there, since it's like free of hostile mobs. So yeah, going in caves will be pretty safe. Hopefully find some tin and make a couple satchels, so that I can carry a little bit more. Maybe kill a couple more cows, get like a lot more food. I wish Journey Map would update. Oh, there we go. So at least if I'm looking at the map correctly, oh, please don't break my boat, squid. Okay. least if I'm looking at the map correctly, it looks like it shouldn't be too much farther north once I make it to the shore. Which I suppose I'll take a look. This also assumes that I know where I am, but I kind of think I do. If this wasn't pre-generated, then like I would be rubber banding all over the place right now. Although, unfortunately, it will be necessary for me to travel far enough outside of the pre-gent area. Even though I have Illuminous Cliffs, there are a couple other biomes that were apparently kind of just outside on the edge. This is a magic forest. I'm gonna be kind of mad if it turns out to not be what I think it would be. I'm kind of just looking at the image icon in the file browser. So, like, there should be some sort of, like, either plains or forest or whatever. It's looking like it's going to be plains, and then a bit further north there should be the rainbow forest. Well, it's either going to be a rainbow forest or it's going to be an ender forest. These dye trees do, of course, generate kind of randomly as well. I suppose I could have gotten lucky and just stumbled upon a white tree. Who knows? Maybe I've seen one I didn't fucking notice. Oh, well. Speaking of which, look at that right there. And before I'm just fucking blind and it happens to be a gray or pink one, which, you know, of course I'm not going to be able to tell by just looking at that. Oh, yeah. There's progress for, that as well. Okay, yep, it's the bone meal tree. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. There's these, like, glowing vines. I don't think you get the glowing vines from trees that you've grown, because you see I've got some of the shards from those. I think the vines are only from, well, I think from trees that you grow yourself, you're only going to get the normal vines, which just drop, like, extra of these berries, which, these berries are important later. Not quite so important now. In fact, you can just craft these berries into double of whatever corresponding dye, which in this case means bone meal. Yeah. I suppose I could have just, like, reopened the file in GIMP to, like, color check and make sure that this actually is a magic forest that, I keep saying magic forest. Magic forest is the Thaumcraft one, which I, of course, have as the blue color. Fuck. The only other issue is that the color for the magic forest is very similar to the color for the rainbow forest on the biome PNG. But I think there are a couple different biomes that are up here. And I suppose in any case I do need some of this stuff anyways. Don't think I need a ton of it, but that should be good enough. Oh, well, there's a blue tree. I mean, I guess that's something technically I really needed. Because, yeah, the tree literally grows lapis. Saplings. Okay. I guess I guess this is actually a good thing to grab too, to make the repair for the tinker tools. How many is that? 13. I'll grab a few more. Okay, yeah, I guess 18 will be fine for now. I just have a kind of hard time remembering to use the glider. I need some great wood as well, which is apparently gonna do this to me. No, I don't give a shit that I'm gonna leave this tree floating here, because this tree would take too goddamn long to completely chop all the way down. I don't have a lumber axe right now. I will be making one soon when I return to spawn, but not right now. Oh yeah, this whole function. Being able to just completely destroy all of the leaves. Okay, I need to take a better look at this fucking thing. Oh, I didn't even realize that there's another person here. Up there. I guess I'll just keep going north. I think. That's what I'm gonna try. Yeah, I used to play on there. Oh. That's weird. I didn't actually expect to see an error message like that, because it's all pre-gen'd. I don't know, maybe it's just because I walked near. But yeah, this here is my first time, like, literally recording anything since, like, 7 years ago. At least, according to YouTube. Got a roof forest. Yeah, no, I didn't actually. Well, that's something I need to actually go and go towards. I'm actually surprised that that's the structure I'm seeing. I was not really expecting to get like anybody in the chat. I was, frankly, I'm just streaming just because then when you stream on YouTube, it just like automatically uploads it. That's all I really cared about. I feel like vaguely I do, because I do remember that name. It's just, it's been a long fucking time. So, yeah. I know this has a chest down here. I'm very glad they gave me the progress. Yes. Is that the only one I'm gonna get? Okay. I mean, this is still version 1.7 modded, that I'm playing here as like a very long segmented speed run, I guess you could say. I do want all of these ingots and things. Oh, that's... Well, I don't really need the bread, I guess, for once. Would like the piston. Yeah, I mean... I had a roommate for the longest time, so there's that. Wasn't exactly possible to do much of any of this back then. So I've kind of had the idea to do this like speedrun thing for a pretty long time. I know I could just take the tools and shit from there. This is another village. Okay, well they got this. I was gonna say, this is another village that does not have crops. I mean, it still doesn't. I mean, obviously it's got these, but it doesn't have the, it doesn't have the, like, normal, like, villager farms. I mean, this is a pack I put together. I guess I haven't actually listed off, like, the mods yet, aside from just kind of generally saying Reika's mods and, the main... I mean, obviously you can see Agricraft here, and Tinker's Construct. Chromatocraft, Rotarycraft, Reactorcraft, those are kind of the big main ones. I'm looking for particular seeds here that do not appear to be here. Well, there's Netherwort, but unfortunately I can't really change much with Netherwort without adding, like, Mindtweaker, and I didn't really want to go that far with this. I mean, this pack does not have entirely default settings, but it is, for the most part, how the mods come normally. I need to take another look at this fucking map. So either I've, like, completely missed this, or I'm still not there. Actually, what the hell? This is all dark forest. I might not be anywhere near where I think I am. But also, that doesn't make much sense. What's the color for the fucking dark forest? Or roof forest, I guess I should say. Yeah, that's a darker color. I'm, like, looking on at a different screen. The issue is the map I've got does not have, like, any sort of coordinate markers or anything. So I kind of have no idea where the fuck I'm at. Oh, and apparently else. Oh, well, that's spawn. Okay, I went there, and I kind of went up a little bit. I found that, and... Oh, apparently there was... I guess I missed that on my way over here, because I'm all the way the fuck up here now. Okay, well, does any of this make sense from the map? A little bit. Maybe, I don't know. I I can't quite tell. I think I need to go south a bit and then east. Of course, I could also be entirely wrong, and I'm just heading for an ender forest. So that's a thing. Which would kind of suck. Especially because I I have to find one of these, like, pretty early on. I mean, I guess I don't have to find it yet, because I still kind of need to, like, make the mob farm, but I also have yet to get any emeralds or anything. I also am actually looking for specifically well, like little 3 block long gaps in the ground that would kind of look like this, except this block would be out. If I ever see any of those, that's actually a structure. I think they're just called hidden burrows. But I mean, I do have to find at least one of those as well. And I mean, the loot's never like super great, but they do usually have like a few bits of like crystal shards and maybe some scraps of iron or something. Okay, well, this is fucking mountains. Coming to the conclusion that I have no fucking clue where the hell I'm at. Although I guess at least it's like pretty easy to glide. A swamp. Okay, maybe that's what the... Okay. I might be going the right way. Might. I wish there was a little bit more land. Well, actually, a swamp's a good thing, because I... Motherfucker, it's one of these. The colors are way too similar on the biomap that I have. This was not the magical biome that I was hoping for. It is a magic forest, but I need a rainbow forest. This is useless to me. And I don't know where the hell to go. Okay. Okay, that's... Oh, I have armor too. Okay, well, I'm glad I thought to take the flesh from loot chest earlier, because I kind of knew that I would get that effect. But according to the map, it looks like there might be a second biome here. It's either going to be an ender forest or a rainbow forest. But these things, actually, I do need them, but I know I'm also gonna have to head back up here later anyways, because I actually have to gather one of every... it is a rainbow forest. I have to gather one of every dye tree sapling later. Right now, I just need, well, I mean, I guess I don't actually need them. I have the blue and the white right now. But I do actually kind of need, like, the progress for going there. Once I step into the biome, you'll see what I mean. But also, this is going to be a really useful place to do some very early mining. Come on. I'm in the rainbow forest. Oh, there we go. That probably just, like, shreds whatever bit right there might possibly be. Give me just a second. Wow, that... I just looked at, like, the stream feed for, like, the first time in this, like, hour and a half. And, it's a lot farther back than I thought it would be. Yeah, this is a rainbow forest. Even though it, of course, says in the top corner, magical forests. This is a rainbow forest. It's got all the different colors of trees. And a bunch of different colors of flowers. I don't need the flowers at all. It's got lots of little birds chirping. Because it's actually spawning the, Twilight Forest, like, ambient mobs. There's these little fucks, which I think I need to kill one of these, if I can. Yeah, okay. That was actually kind of lucky. Sometimes those are a little bit harder to kill than that, just because they fly away. But killing one of those is progress. That's all for Chromatocraft, by the way. That's what all this stuff here is for Chromatocraft. I only just now noticed that I had 2 crafting tables. Don't do that to me. I don't know if they even... Did they even spawn? I didn't hear them. Reading that early on might not be such a great idea like I thought it was originally. I really don't need to carry the actual lapis. I don't need that sapling. I do kind of want to pick up the ethereal blooms, but I also don't need them. I just kind of want them. But this is going to be a really good time to go caving. Of course, this pickaxe has, like, almost nothing left on it, which figures. Yeah, if I'm gonna get anywhere with this... Where the fuck is my bed? Okay, my bed's there, thank God. Place down crafting table. Make furnace. Make 2 furnaces. And... Well, I do have some torches, so I don't really need to, like, make fucking charcoal, but I am gonna cook this. I'm gonna make a chest just so I can put some shit down that I don't need right now. Like these. I don't need these ingots right now, I don't need those. I guess I'll carry the flesh in case I need it. And yeah, that's probably fine. It figures that I just immediately hit ground. I don't like particularly need this copper right now, but yep. I mean, I guess I could repair this pickaxe if I really wanted to, but I don't care. I'll just make stone picks. I could make a dark pickaxe, but I kind of want to save those dark steel ingots for when I can, like, enchant one. And this calcite's kind of okay. I guess I don't really need it. I don't know why the fuck I hear a spider, unless there happens to be a dungeon right by me, but I kind of doubt that. I suppose I could just zoom into the map more, but whatever. I think I changed all the key bindings. And I can hear some cave crystals that I won't be able to pick up because I don't have Silk Touch. There's some sort of cave somewhere near me. Oh, tin. This is actually what I needed. Oh, well, okay, that's very convenient. Also, I'm not worried about that wisp. Wisps do spawn in these rainbow forests, but they actually spawn passive. Or, I guess at least neutral. I think if you attack them, they do attack back, but they are not aggressive wisps. And I just need a ton of this tin because this is what I need to make a few satchels. So I can carry more shit. And yeah, I did make the ore cluster sizes a little bit bigger in this. Mostly to just kind of reduce some of the grinding. I mean, there's going to be plenty of mining as it is, but this kind of just makes it nicer. Oh, well. Okay, and I know I'm missing that tin back there. I don't really care that much. Where the hell was that? here, that's where. It's a cave crystal. If I could find some coal or something, that would be awesome. A couple of cave crystals. I mean, I could mine them and then just get some crystal shards. And I suppose there's a pretty low chance of me coming back here anyways, but like... Oh, well, I guess looking at one was progress. You really want to make sure you're not in danger when you're about to get progress. Oh, and they do spawn slimes. There's that. I'll grab some of these. And I think that slime just died. It's also 12:30 for me right now, half past midnight. So I think once I head back up the stairs and make myself a satchel, I think that's probably gonna be it for tonight. I'll probably be able to do a good bit more tomorrow. Oh, look! That wasn't there before. I'll be able to do a bit more tomorrow because tonight was also partially just figuring out how to get this stuff set up. I don't think there's really all that much I can do about the frame rate, unfortunately. I mean, even if I like recorded this independently, it would kind of still be bad frame rate. Well, I'll get this stuff smelting. Really don't need like a shit ton. I guess I'll kill a cow while I'm waiting. Oh. I can only drop 2. Getting some food, getting some tin, and now I can I make the, I need some wool. So we're gonna kill a sheep as well. Okay, good. Oh, okay, well, I can make 2. And yep, that's a Twilight Forest ram. Because of course it is. I had my leather. Almost thought for a second there that I didn't bring my leather. Here we go. Satchel, satchel, and 3rd satchel. Granted, these don't hold a whole lot. It's just like 1 row, but it's definitely better than nothing. So, yeah, I'm gonna block this up, and I guess that is gonna be it for tonight, because because it is too late and I need to go to bed. So I guess that concludes the first part. We didn't make it to the first split. If I had started earlier and also didn't have the horrible start that I had here, well, I don't know. It would still be kind of a stretch because there's just a lot involved in starting. Pause. Look at that. An hour 48 exactly. I'm going to keep this timer up and hopefully resume tomorrow.